Good morning, everybody. Money making Tuesday. Bigger card today, bigger NHL card. Found a couple spots I like. Let's go through them. Maybe about four or five. First thing first, we have the Dallas Stars going up against the Boston Bruins. Boston is at home. This one's pretty simple for me. I like Boston at home. They've been hitting at about a 60% win rate. No need to change the formula now, especially with the last 9 to 10 games of the season coming up for each team. So, pretty simple for me. We're going to kick our day off with Boston, a little home underdog. They rightfully should be a home underdog, but Dallas has already clinched, so I don't think we're going to get any type of crazy game. Should be a simple Boston win, and it's probably going to be a one-goal game, to be honest. Probably more boring. I'd even look towards an under 6 in this one. It's just something about the teams that have already clinched that are going against other competitive teams. I just don't think they're going to roll out their best until playoffs. So I like Boston, and I like under 6 in this game. So, hey, you got 2 for the price of 1 right now. But the total wasn't even in my head. It just clicked until now. Honestly, it barely clicked right now because I do think this is going to be a lower scoring, more of just a low scoring game, to be honest. I just don't think Dallas is going to go all out. Meanwhile, Boston probably will. So Boston, maybe 3-1 win, something like that. So yeah, Boston to kick off our day. Next game up, Detroit Red Wings heading over to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just had a monster game on Monday. We were on Pittsburgh on the channel. Pittsburgh, yeah, beat the crap out of the Islanders. Completely embarrassed them. Now they head back home. I'm on Detroit. I just think this is a bad travel spot for Pittsburgh. Maybe it's not too far from New York, but still, heading back home. Detroit's coming in rested. I think Detroit takes this one, especially after a big, huge blowout performance from Pittsburgh. It seems just perfect for them to kind of let their fans down in this spot, if you ask me. Could they win? Of course they can. But they are playing back-to-back with travel, so not exactly the most ideal spot for Pittsburgh. I'm pretty sure they're going to compete here, but I still like Detroit in this one to get the upset in Pittsburgh. So give me the Detroit Red Wings, minus 117. Third game of the day, and it's our third pick. I just happen to like them in that order. But this one, guys, there's going to be another play where it's simply going to be a play on the number for me. I just think we're getting too good of a price with Montreal. Montreal also a very competitive team. Tampa Bay, we know who they are. We know they're a juggernaut in the East. They're definitely one of the best in the East. But I think Montreal can compete, and at least at this price difference, I'm going to have to take Montreal and the plus 142. So that one's pretty simple for me. Again, just a play on the number. We've had some good plays like this on this channel. Just last week, we had it with the Kraken. It just so happened to be against Tampa too. But don't be afraid to play these numbers, guys, especially in the NHL. In the NHL, do not be afraid to just play on the number, because these big teams disappoint just as much as they win. So, yeah, Montreal plus 142. Pretty simple for me. Next game up, we have the Flyers heading over to DC. This Metropolitan Division is pretty tight, if I don't say so myself, guys. This division with the Flyers and the Blue Jackets, the Capitals, this division is pretty damn tight. Yeah, Flyers, Blue Jackets. Yeah, I do got the right division. Yeah, this division is pretty tight. Nothing is secure yet. Everybody's still hunting for points. Everybody's still just there's a good amount of teams still in that race. They're not mathematically eliminated. So this is the time of the season where every single game counts. For this one, Philadelphia has just won. They've won 3 in a row now. I just don't think they make it 4. And we've been on the Flyers on this channel quite a bit. We were especially on them in that California road trip where they pretty much swept all of California. We weren't on them all 3 games, but we were on them two of those games. So, but for this game, I think the Capitals are going to control the pace. I think they're going to control the game more than the Flyers are used to. And I think the Capitals end up taking this. I'm going to take the Capitals for minus 130. I think this also has the makings of a low, tight scoring game. Under 5.5. That's a little too much for me. That's a little too low for me. I don't like the 5.5 as much as I like the 6. Whether I'm going over, where I'm going under, I usually just prefer the 6 better. Because if it's over 6, I know I'm going to get a good price sometimes. Maybe sometimes a plus price depending on obviously the matchup. The under, obviously the 6 is a lot better than the 5.5. So I think this game goes under, but I don't have the stones to. I don't have the cojones to take my shot on that. So I just like the Capitals for -130. I think they control the game better, and I think they snap that Flyers win streak. So give me the Capitals for -130. And to finish off our day, to finish off our picks, guys, we're gonna go with the Blue Jackets. Kind of the same thing as that Boston play. Blue Jackets, they just like to perform at home, man. That's just how it is. That's just how they've been for a couple of seasons now, guys. I wouldn't even say it was just this season. I've been on the Blue Jackets even for a couple seasons now. And for a couple seasons, they have been way better at home. But a couple seasons ago, they just weren't this competitive. They just weren't this competitive. Last couple seasons, maybe 2-3 seasons ago, around the time I started betting NHL more, the Blue Jackets were a wagon at home. Just kept winning at home, but they really lost a lot on the road. So they weren't even in playoff talks. But now it's a different story. Now it's a different story. They're very close to locking up a playoff spot. And I know they're going to get every single point they can. I like the Blue Jackets here at home on this one. If I have to absolutely pick a total, I think this is going to be a very ugly, high-scoring game, very back-to-back, chaotic type of game. I would go over 6.5. That's a little steep. I'll be honest. I don't really have the best luck whenever I have hit over 6.5 or whenever I've taken a bet on over 6.5. I just don't have the best luck with it. So, but I think I might just take my shot on this one, just because I really do think this game can get that chaotic, especially with the Blue Jackets. It's up to the Blue Jackets to make it chaotic. And because Carolina is going to come in hard. I think they are gonna score, but how will the Blue Jackets respond at home? They tend to respond well. So, give me the Blue Jackets, and I do like that over 6.5. A little nervous for it, but I think it's worth taking a shot on. So, those are all the picks for today. It is, I believe I gave you guys about 5 to 7. Money making Tuesday. Let's get that money, guys. Good luck. Let me know what games you like the most today.